Alrighty. A little interruption because of a network error. Oh well. Just a couple of minutes skipping the live feed there. We just passed a couple of trucks on a little bit of a climb. One of them a fellow Melton driver. He had his cone, he had his triangles out, and he should. I don't know if he had the possibility of stopping on a little bit more of a flat area, but he was parked on the hill. Not exactly the best place to park, but sometimes that's unavoidable. An extra 1,000 feet, he could have got onto the flat, I think. That'd have been a little bit safer for himself and for the guy who's coming out to either tow him or repair him. Like I said, I don't know the full situation, so I'm not pass a judgment here. I'm just saying, if possible, move up a little bit, further onto some flat. Park on the straights of the road. Park on the flats. Try not parking right after the crest of a hill, if possible. Like I said, there's no. Sometimes it's unavoidable. You got to do what you got to do. But I got on the CB. Hey Melton, are you okay? Do you need anything? But apparently either he didn't have the CB on, or he doesn't have one at all, or he didn't feel like answering. Okay, that's all well and good. I'm not gonna stop. I could see him in the truck. He seemed to be okay. I don't know what kind of food he has. I don't know what kind of drinks he has. I don't know, if he needs any kind of medical things that I might have, aspirin or, whatnot. I don't know. He didn't seem to be in that much distress, just, basically just upset that he has a breakdown. And I do have my own schedule. But if he was really in need, I would have stopped. I would have walked back there and given him a hand. Do what I could to help him. But that's why you want to have a CB. It's a tool of the trade that's. I don't understand how you could not have a CB. To my way of thinking. It allows you to have greater information driving down the road, which is 99% of your job. Driving. You're a truck driver, not a truck seat sitter, not a vehicle manager in the truck drives itself. No, you're a truck driver. All right, we got the old bypass. The way station here, which is always nice, and we're at the 357 yardstick, passing this at 7 o'clock and 12 minutes in the morning. Scale apparently is closed. The westbound side is open. So that saves us a couple, a minute. Not a big impact on the day. But definitely having the proper tools for the trade, it's a necessity. Can you get by without it? Yes, you can. But does it make you better able to do your job at a greater level of proficiency? I think so. One, helps you deal with the weather. Helps you deal with, what's going on with the police. Are they stopping people? Are they telling you to put chains on? Are they telling you about high winds and they're not going to let you go any further? Is there an accident up ahead? Is there a truck driver on the side of the road who needs medical assistance? They can't get to their own phone. Is there, is there a problem with the road? There's a road surface problem. Is there debris in the road? Is there a reckless driver in the road? All those things as you're driving along, all those things is pertinent information that you need. Some shippers and some receivers, they use the CB to communicate with the drivers coming in and going out. Some shippers like using that. It makes it easier for them to do their job, which makes it easier for you as the truck driver to do your job. Now, you don't have to be C.W. McCall or BJ and the Bear or Smokey and the Bandit to be using a CB. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, Pikesville. When I was a kid back in the 70s, that CBs and trucking was big and popular. And that's going on. It's 40 years ago when I was doing that, but here I am 4 decades later doing exactly the same thing, except it's not for pretend. It's for real. And it's like, it's just one of those tools that makes it safer for me, makes my job easier. When I'm going down the road and the tarp I have on my load is coming out at the very back and I can't see it, some other courteous driver says, "Hey Melton, hey driver, you're losing your tarp in the back." Bang, thank you very much, sir, I appreciate it. I can pull over, I can take care of my load, I can take care of my tarp, I can correct the problem so it doesn't happen again. What I'm hauling doesn't get damaged, my equipment doesn't get damaged, I don't get pulled over by DOT for something that, that's really not my fault, just things happen. But that way, I'm better off, everybody else around me is better off, everybody wins. A simple thing like a CB helps. Too many, these young drivers nowadays think that having a cell phone is all they need. Well, no. You don't know what the cell phone number is of that guy in front of you that's having a problem. The guy stuck on the side of the road. Thinking a cell phone solves all that, it doesn't. It assists the driver in doing their job, makes the job a lot easier, yes. I have a full of nickels, dimes, to be able to use a payphone on the side at the truck stop to find out, where the directions are to get to your shipper and receiver. Call somebody else. Your cell phone, within a minute, you can talk to anybody in the entirety of the world. That's the implication of that. You don't have to know their number. It's a general broadcast to everybody. And what you tell one person can be of benefit to somebody else. Hey, XYZ Trucking Company. Watch what you're doing. You're swerving all over the road. You're being dangerous. Watch what you're doing. Okay, now I'm trying to talk to that guy, but everybody else around now knows we look out for XYZ Trucking Company because that driver might be a danger to them as well. You can pick up a super cheap one on Amazon for like 30 or 40 bucks. You don't need to have the big radio. You don't need to be able to reach 500 miles down the road. 3 miles in front of you, 3 miles behind you, 3 miles off to each side. This has to be plugged in, working. You know, read the little pamphlet that comes in there, tells you about how to use it. It's simple. Be courteous. Be civil. Show a little bit of decency, decorum on there. Don't be profane. Don't be what they call a CB rainbow, telling everybody you're going to kick your backside. You know, because you're upset with them. Now, don't go cruising for the date in the men's bathroom. That's not what it's for. And yes, I've heard all that kind of stuff. You tell us, you shut the F up, and I'm gonna kick your blank, and I'm gonna blank this to you, and you take that and cram it up your blank, and it's like, you don't need all that. One, we know you're not gonna do that. You're not going to pull over and have a fist fight with somebody because because they have an attitude problem. We all know that's not going to happen. So just get a CB and use it. When you see debris in the road, in the travel lanes, say, hey, we got gators, we got debris in the Hammer Lane on the I-65, 2 miles south of Indianapolis, on the northbound side. It helps everybody out. Ready. We are just about 6 miles approximately from the border with Texas here. (7:22) Mountain Daylight Savings Time. Sun's finally getting high enough where it's not directly in my eyes. My seat's getting down where it needs to be for my comfort for the entire day. Nice little set of bumps there. Passing Russell's Travel Center. here at 369, 370. We got about 41 degrees right now. Sitting at 3,800 feet at elevation. 7:24 in the morning. All right. Amarillo, 75 miles. Roll along pretty decently. Road's been fairly decent, you know, a couple of bumps here and there, but you know, not too bad. And up to right up the road here, we have the border with Texas. All right. And we are going to be entering Central Time. As well as crossing the border. Load is running good. Tarp's staying where it's supposed to be. It's not catching any real wind. Now leaving New Mexico, land of enchantment. Texas state line, right there. Entering Central Time Zone.
Crossing border, entering Texas. Changing time zone.
It is now 8:27 Central Time. We entered Texas at 82,409.5 miles. So a little over an hour to Amarillo. We got 5/8 tank of fuel. Just a tad under 5/8 tank of DEF. We are rolling along nice and smooth, so no real complaints. But this is the land that we Then we drive through on I-40 here. For me, it's not the most beautiful land. Not very appealing for this Yankee. And when you get a little bit of mountains like that over there, that's not too bad, but you know, just this low, flat, you know, scrub land is what how I call it. Maybe okay for cattle, but not for this boy. You know, I just, you know, I like trees. I like, you know, real green, not this olive drab, blob, brown, tan, dirt color. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, I think we're gonna cut it off here. And we'll grab some more footage for the vlog, you know, once I hit Amarillo.